Hey, what's up guys, I'm here and this is an old iPhone 6 with the new iOS 11. Let's get into it and see the top 10 new features of it. First thing on the list is the Smart Invert. We all know the color inverse, which changes the color of the phone totally negative, which may looks dark but also too much weird. And there's another thing which is dark mode, which we can see in Android phones too. So this time in iOS 11, a new feature called Smart Invert is added, which is actually a dark mode. In other words, the white part will become black and the colors will remain same. So this may look less punchy and less strained for our eyes. The quick toggles also changes to dark if we play with it. This is really an amazing feature in iOS 11. Next is the editable screenshots. To trigger this feature, you need to tap power and home keys simultaneously, and a small window of screenshot will pop up on the left down side of the screen. But this is not the end. Then you can open it and edit it. For example, you can crop it according to your own aspect ratio. You can draw and write on it with any color you want and whatever you want. You can give your signature to the screenshot to add a little bit more extra detail. Not only this, you can capture multiple screenshots at a time and edit all of them in one go. That's seriously a good thing to add more bunch of extra features in a single option. Now let's move to the third feature, which is the quick toggles. So this is the new layout and Apple did a brilliant job by doing this. The design is totally unique, and one thing which is quite great is that they are categorized, like the connectivity or music, etc. You can even hold any option to open sub options like 3D touch. You will experience that if you have an iPhone 6s or above, but right now I'm using the iPhone 6. You can now change the level of intensity of flashlight, and now it's even more brighter this time. You can also customize it more in the control center in the settings. You can change the priority, or you can add or remove more, add some simplicity according to you. One of the great things is that now you have screen recorder in this. The inbuilt screen recorder, yes, the stuff you are doing on the screen now can be recorded to share with another phone or person. If you are trying to explain something, later you can play it from gallery. Anyways, that's too much about this. Now let's move to the next. So number 4, which is Type to Siri. To enable this, you need to go to the settings, then accessibility, then Siri, and then enable Type to Siri. Holding the home button will trigger the Siri. Previously it was Speak to Siri, where you can use voice commands to talk with Siri and putting your questions to find out your answer. But if there is any situation like you are in office or in class and you cannot use voice commands, then this Type to Siri will help you in that condition. Moreover, you can edit your speech to change it, and then Siri will generate the answers according to it. So number 5, which is the emergency SOS. The government has implemented this feature for the safety of people, especially for the women. It was already in Android, but now it is in iOS too. You can choose any option you want, like tapping the power button 3 times or 5 times to trigger this option in some emergency situation. You can also create your medical ID for this. There's too much stuff provided in this feature. Let's move to the next, which is offload unused apps. You will find this option in general, then in iPhone storage, and there you will find the official unused apps. So basically what it does, after enabling this, you can select any downloaded app and then offload it. Means the app will be removed from your phone when you may not use it for a long period of time, but will keep the data and information of app in your phone, so that if you install the app again in future, then everything will be reinstated in the app. Main purpose for this is to free up the storage. Number 7, which is Do Not Disturb mode. This option will activate when you received any call. It has several options like auto reply for repeated calls, or allow calls only from favorite contact when you are busy in something or driving a car or bike. You can also edit the auto reply message whatever you want, because you cannot pick up the calls at that time if you are doing something, and then it will do your work according to it. You can also change the option in other form too. If you are driving a car or connecting the car's Bluetooth, then this will automatically activate, so that there will be no interruption in your work. Let's move to the next, which is notifications. In this feature, you can customize the notification display of each and every individual app. For example, you can enable or disable the notification in lock screen or in history. Other exciting feature is the pop-up notification, like the banners on top. Sometimes it irritates the person because we don't want to see the notification during our work or in public places. To fix this, we can enable the banner option and then select the temporary for the small time period sneak peek instead of persistent. Now number 9, which is the scan documents. This option can be found in Notes app where you can scan any kind of text and make it editable. Simply you can convert it to PDF or document file for later use. Just capture any picture including the text and there you go. So last but not least, which is on number 10, and that is Assistive Touch. You will find this option in General, then in Accessibility, then in Assistive Touch. Previously it was just a normal feature, you can't edit it at that time, but now there are a couple of more options. You can customize it. Generally you have this translucent ball in which by default you will see 6 different options, but in the customizable menu you can add more options in it, but you can't remove those 6 default options. If you want to add Siri, we can simply click on plus mark and then we can select it, or if you want to add more like this, control center for example, then we can select that too. You can also change the opacity of this so that it doesn't interfere your normal viewing experience. Overall, these are the best 10 features I found in this iOS 11. If I want to give a tagline, then I would give the customizable iOS to this iOS 11 because it has so many customizable features in every department. So that's pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, then give this video a huge thumbs up and subscribe for more if you already haven't. And tell me in the comment section which smartphone you are using as a daily driver. And I will see you guys soon in my next video.